All right, we back, man. Another UFC breakdown. I'm getting this one out a little late, cutting it close. It's Friday, 5 o'clock, working all week type shit. But I'm getting this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Getting this out. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't able to do as much, research on all of these fighters like I normally do, but I know a good amount. I know a good amount of them. Like, for instance, like this first fight right here. Don't know them, excited to see them though. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, UFC. This is Imavov and Adesanya, and that's gonna be tomorrow morning because it's Friday. So in the morning, I'll be up early, rise and shine. Watch the prelims all the way to the main event. Like I normally do. If the card is good, and this is a stat card. They're gonna be in Saudi. Yeah, they're gonna be in Saudi. Stat card for real. But like I said, let's just jump right in. This first fight we got Hamdi Abdul Walababi, how you want to say that, and Jamal Pogais. Like I said, don't know these guys, but I like watching heavyweight fights. Because you never really know what's gonna happen. Unless they're like just the big sloppy heavyweights type stuff. But the odds looks like it's close enough to be even. All right, so we got Bogdan Grad versus Lucas Alexander. So I don't. I remember seeing Lucas fight. I do not. Obviously, it says debut for Bogdan, but he looks very familiar. Like I said, I don't really. I'm not really gonna have a prediction for this one either, just because I don't know. It would be, I'd be lying. I'd be capping if I just sat here and try to act like I knew these motherfuckers. I don't. But Bogdan does look familiar. I might have seen. I don't know if he was on Contender Series. Maybe he was. Maybe he was on Contender Series where I seen him. Like I said, I should have did more research, but I was busy all week. But here we go. These is people who I know right here. Um, I mean, it's kind of simple. I feel like with this one, I think Jasmine takes it. Um, Bueno Silva is just, in my opinion, kind of like middle of the road type. I don't really see her posing too much of a threat. Maybe in the grappling, but at the same time, kind of not really. But it is good for the women's flyweight division, though. They need some more names, and I believe she's ranked. This is Jasmine ranked, right? Yeah, that's a good thing. So maybe if Silva can win, should be ranked, maybe 15 possibly, but I'm taking Jasmine. I mean, ain't really too much to break now. That boy Terrence McKinney and Demir Hadzovic. Um, Terrence McKinney, I mean, you kind of get, if he's either gonna knock somebody out or just gonna get knocked out. I feel like maybe this is a chance for him to kind of like get back on track. Maybe he can get the finish. Um, yeah, I don't really see Demir posing too much of a threat. Maybe just a little bit more heart probably than the people that McKinney's fought. But even with that even being said, not really. Like I said, McKinney either knocks you out or you knock him out. But I'm gonna rock with him. I'm gonna trust him. I'm gonna believe in him. I think he can get the finish. If not, he just needs to be a little bit more, take a different approach, like more conservative approach, and you know, really really be smart. He takes a lot of risks, which is good, but that'll cost you in a lot of situations. Another one of those where I just feel like, but it's a heavyweight division. Never know what's gonna happen, but I do feel like Shamil is gonna take this. I mean, it's you know, I don't really. And to be honest. Transparency. I don't know much about Peterson, so you know. But from what I've seen, because I looked up a little bit of people, I still think Gaizev or Gazayev is gonna get it done. I mean, I don't really see him opposing too much of a threat. Fret, bro, it's crazy. I had a couple drinks, bro. Happy hour with some coworkers. You know what I'm saying? Doing my thing. All right, so we got Muhammad Naimavov and Khan Afali. Do not know these guys. Again, you may see. Listen, these Saudi cards and this stuff, they be just slapping in all those Russian, Tajikistan, and all those fighters into one. But it's always good because after I watch them and I see them, I know exactly who they are. So I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win this. Yeah, I don't know those guys. All right, first fight of the main card. Now we're talking. Ferris Zam and Mike Davis. Obviously, Ferris had that big knockout win over Favola, his last outing. Pretty good striker in my opinion. He kind of almost reminds me of what kind of like we all kind of thought Amir Kani would be a little bit. I mean, it could just be because it looks somewhat similar too, but you know, I digress. Mike Davis, good striker from what I remember, and I was just looking at some of his stuff not too long ago, like 2 days ago. He kind of he I like how he attacks the body. I know he does. He kind of does that same combo quite a bit, but I mean, if it works, it gets the job done. It is what it is. I think it's gonna be a good stand-up fight though. Like I think it's gonna be a good stand-up fight. I think that Mike Davis being the favorite. I guess it's like what would be my first prediction? But first prediction in the main card, it's gonna go against the favorite. I think Zion could get it done. I think he's just a little bit more polished, I guess you could say. More. I feel like he won't the take like the crazier risk or whatever. I think Mike Davis will probably he'll probably find a hard time actually like landing his combos, and that's when he may like kind of like risk it and you know maybe walk into something, get hurt, and then get finished on the ground. Like pause, but yeah. All right, this is about to be a good one right here. It's about to be a good fight. Said Nurmagomedov and Vinicius Oliveira. Um, this will be another one of those where I think it's gonna be real good on the feet, but can Nurmagomedov work his grappling if he has to? I think that's gonna be the big question. I don't think early on he'll be able to. I don't think so. I mean, Vinicius is very like. I feel like he's. I just feel like he's a bit big for this weight class too. So I don't know if Saeed, if he has to rely on grappling, if he's gonna be able to like completely like manhandle Vinicius or whatever. But um, this one's a close one for me. It's a tough one. Um, Saeed's good striking. They're both good. Vinicius, I think, just has that. I mean, the better athlete, I think, obviously, but I think he has more. He's more dangerous on the feet. Like Sai, he'll hit you with these good ones, these good kicks and whatever. But I don't really feel like he'll be able to put Vinicius in too much trouble unless he uses his grappling too, if he can use it. Because like I said, Vinicius is kind of big. So I'm gonna go with Vinicius. It was tough, and I wouldn't be surprised if Saeed could use the grappling if he has to, but I just think Vinicius is. I almost feel like he's gonna be like that next like killer coming up in featherweight. Unless he gets derailed right here. This is a good. This is the type of fights. This is why This is why we love UFC, right? Because they'll put these fights on it don't matter what time you're in your career, they're gonna put together those type these type of fights right here, and it's important for the sport. You know, you don't see that in boxing. You know, people be pussyfooting around and whatnot. But I got Oliveira for this one. I think he can. I mean, I could see him. I could see him getting the finish. You know what I mean? I think he's just. I think he's a little different. Like he definitely a lot more dangerous, and you know, I think he can get it done. But I wouldn't be surprised if Saeed can take it to decision and wear out Vinicius throughout the as the fight goes on, and Vinicius probably gets tired. I could see that, but I'm gonna take Vinicius and just roll with it. Sergey Pavlovich, and Jairzinho Rosenstrike. Um, Soft rip. I think a better overall fighter is obviously Sergey. Well, I don't want to say obviously because I know some people may disagree, which I don't know. Jairzinho definitely has more power. You know, he could clip you as heavyweight. Anyone can go down. Anyone can get the finish. It seems like. I want to say Sergi takes it because I feel like he's better overall. But you never know a heavyweight. You can get caught, and then that's it. That's wraps. But I'll stand by Sergi. You know what I mean? I'll stand by Sergi. But wouldn't be surprised. And I always say wouldn't be surprised. It's like a cop out almost because it's like it's almost like I'm banking on it, but then I'm also like wouldn't be surprised. But honestly though, that's the thing about fights anyway, especially in the UFC, bro. Like you don't know, it can go any way at any time. So it's like I feel like there's no for sure's except for when Habib was fighting. For me personally, I feel like it was always for sure he was gonna win. Just his grappling, his glaze, I guess you could call it, but nah, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he was different. He was dominating, controlling fights at a crazy pace. Um, Shara, this is the good fight. This is one of the good fights on this card. Probably one of the better fights. Well, I know a lot of people are like really hyping this up, which is fair to hype it up because it's a great, the stand up, we're gonna see like fireworks and whatnot, but that karate point fighting, whatever, is hard to deal with. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Shara take like a grappling approach if he can't find MVP in the first round. I think he's gonna be throwing a lot of leg kicks to try to get MVP off balance and whatnot. It's just the issue is when people try to fight MVP is they try to almost time him. It's so hard to time. I think what Lima was like the only one it seems like who could really time Michael Page or yeah Michael Page. It's like he was like the only one who could like really time him, but it's so hard to time that because and he's constantly giving you looks, and when he blitzes, it's so fast, so it's like you know you don't really know. But Shar, yeah, I haven't really like Shar like I think for this sort of matchup, I wouldn't see any other way he would get the win unless he uses his grappling and leg kicks. Leg kicks is, and I also think he's gonna probably be using that quite a bit, you know. But yeah, I mean MVP coming off a loss, which I don't even think he's really in the UFC to be champ. He's just in the UFC to be like, just put on those exciting fights. Kind of like almost Michael Chandler when he first got here. So they come over from Bellator, and they were there for so long. They come over and now they here for the money. They're making those money fights, those big fights, fights that gets crowds talking, and this is one of those. You know what? If Shara can work in the grappling, I'll take Shara. You know what I'm saying? I'll take the pirate. Um, Here we go again, but I wouldn't be surprised if MVP can point fight his way to a victory with this one because he's hard to. It's a hard puzzle to figure out. Like he's not Like we have other like karate type fighters like Stephen Thompson, but it's a little different because Thompson he does the blitz, but he doesn't do it like MVP. Like MVP doesn't like like almost like traditional in a way, but he's also fast too. Kind of underrated. His speed is underrated at least. But I'm gonna take I'll take Chara just for saying overall I think he could work his grappling. We haven't seen his grappling too much though, but I would assume that his grappling is probably better than MVP's, and I'm only assuming because that got stand Russia, but we haven't seen it enough. I guess I could say, but his stand up electric is fire. The spinning back fist, the double spinning back fist. His last time out was fire. But MVP is a hard puzzle to solve, to be honest. So the main event Israel Adesanya, Nasruddin Imavov. So like this one, I've been seeing a lot of people saying like Izzy's gonna wipe him. I want to believe that, right? Like I'm an Izzy fan myself. I want to believe that, but I think it's gonna be a little bit tougher than a lot of people think. Imavov is a very well-rounded fighter, like pretty good in my opinion. He has a grappling, he has a stand up. It's like a simple stand up, but it gets the job done. Very basic in a way. Um, I don't see him trying to stand with Izzy. It will not work if he tries to stand with him, because his style's basic, and then there's Izzy who is, waiting for that counter. I would definitely would have liked if Izzy would have came back and fought a striker, like a pure striker. Like I feel like just to kind of get that groove back. But Izzy, he's always been the guy to kind of like he's gonna take those hard fights. So he's just that guy, I guess. So um, I'll stick with Izzy on this one. I don't really see him losing outside of a title fight, which is this would be the type of fight that he would lose outside of a title fight because, like I said, Imavov has some pretty good grappling, and that's like the only way I could see like truthfully someone being like Izzy, other than like Alex, obviously, like, but like grappling would be, you know, I mean, Jan Blahovic, even Drakus at times, but Drakus is, I don't know, dude, big ass hands, bro. Like that one time when he punched Izzy in the side of the head, like what the like, bro, heavy ass hands. But anyways, besides the point, I'm gonna go with Israel. Maybe decision. I don't know if he finishes Imavov. I don't think he finishes him. I think he could fight his way to decision. A lot of leg kicks. Um, I do expect Imavov to pressure. Maybe some cage fighting. Definitely probably take him down a couple times. Land some shots. Oh, I guess what I was saying, I don't know. It just popped into my mind, but I feel like it. The only other person to beat Izzy on the feet was Sean Strickland. So but yeah, that just popped into my mind. But anyways, back to Imavov. Yeah, yeah. There's no other way I really see Imavov winning. I don't see him starching Izzy. I don't see him doing none of that. If either one of these guys will win, it's by decision, I think. But I feel like Izzy has the better chance of actually getting a knockout. I guess Imavov will have a better chance of getting a submission. So, but I believe if there's gonna be a finish, it'll be a finish by Izzy, knockout, whatever, TKO, and yeah, that's really it, bro. It's really it. It's gonna be a fire weekend, fire Saturday. I should say, UFC boxing is a good boxing card, and then we got the Royal Rumble. Talking about WWE guys. But yeah, that's it, man. That's it. That's it for the video. You know, tell me what y'all think. Try to keep this one simple, short, and sweet. I think we got UFC for like 11 straight weeks. I think we got it for 11 straight weeks, which is crazy. Like finally though. But yeah, because I think we got Strickland and Duplessis next. So that should be good. That should be good. But yeah, appreciate it if y'all stuck through. Appreciate y'all for coming by, hanging out. If you have, your opinions, whatever, share them in the comments. Let me know if you love the video, hate the video. Let me know if you think I talk too much. Let me know if you think blah blah blah. It is what it is. You disagree, agree. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe. That's saying. Share it with your friends, things like that. Yeah, yeah. I'm out, man. Until next time.